A month ago I made this whole video on social anxiety. I wrote a whole script and it's just a video of me explaining how I was the quiet kid in school and how I used to be socially anxious but now how I've improved and now I'm not socially anxious. And then I realized, one, well, this video is really boring, and two, I haven't even overcome it. You know, I still feel a bit socially anxious before going to events or seeing lots of people.
Make me do a presentation in front of people and I can do it, but I'd still be anxious as fuck. I was often the quiet kid in school, scared to put my hand up. So I mean, I've definitely overcome a lot of it, but I've just become more confident in myself and I do care less about other people's opinions of me. I don't care what everyone thinks.
But I still care a little bit. Alright. For some reason I still care. Oh, fuck's sake. But I don't want to care what random people think of me.
Who cares if someone hates me for being myself? But I want to walk into a crowded room without thinking, what are these people thinking about me? I want to be thinking of my own intentions. Where's the food? I want to talk to that person. I haven't seen them in ages.
And it's fucking tiring thinking of what other people are thinking of you.
The whole thing about social anxiety is just overthinking what people are going to think about you. I'm not going to sing along to this song in public that I normally would when I'm alone because I don't want people to have a negative opinion of me.
It might feel weird, it might feel cringe, but shut up. Everyone's gonna forget anyway, no matter how embarrassing you might think it is.
I don't feel scared, but I won't do it because it's uncomfortable. Like, I could die tomorrow. I could die today, and I still wouldn't do it. Essentially, to overcome social anxiety, you have to either not care what people think of you, or just not think of what they think at all.
Well, what's the worst that can happen though? I feel embarrassed, I feel scared, like I'm talking outside near a lake and this is embarrassing, but who cares, man? Who cares? Who's gonna look at me and remember me tomorrow or in a week or a month? Like, nobody cares. Everybody has their own problems to think about. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I need to be able to laugh at myself more. I'm just talking in a field on a camera. there's no one around, maybe someone's looking at me. It's funny. It's just funny. You know, if we didn't care what people thought about us, we would be happier. We'd be more authentic. You know, the opinions of others are like an impenetrable force sometimes. It's the barrier that would make shouting in public feel really uncomfortable.
It makes you quiet when you wouldn't normally be. It's also harder to be yourself when you want that person you're with to like you. How does that make any logical sense? It's like your subconscious doesn't think you're good enough and it makes you change. Am I insecure, or is it just that I put pressure on it, making it harder to relax?
But being socially anxious can sometimes make you less authentic. Like, you want to blend in with the crowd and then you're not yourself. And you become almost invisible. And to be successful, you need to be bold, like especially on YouTube, you want to stand out. We are the most important person to ourselves, obviously. So why isn't our opinion of ourselves more important than other people's opinions of ourselves? I think about the last time I went to the supermarket and I can't remember a single person I saw.
Random people don't care about us. Why is my ego so big to think that everybody does? Everyone has their own problems that they have to think about.
We all have the desire to be liked and to receive acceptance and social validation. And it makes sense because in the past, when humans lived in tribes, we needed to be accepted in our small tribes in order to survive.
And mate and hunt together. And we care about what people think about us because it represents our social standing and how valuable we are to our tribe. But it doesn't make sense today, you know? I shouldn't care because all these people I see every day, random strangers, they're not part of my tribe. I'll probably never see them again. My tribe are the people I know and care about. Not everyone in this shopping centre or supermarket. It's the same for random people we're exposed to on social media. And it's transformed into consumerism. We've all heard the saying, we buy things we don't need to impress people we don't like. And it's fine, but our opinion of ourselves should be what matters the most, not random people we don't care about. And the truth is that we suffer more in our imagination, in our heads, than in reality. When I'm nervous before going to an event or a party or meeting people, before a job interview, an exam, it's pointless. It's never as bad as I imagine it being. But what I like to do now is to think of being nervous and uncomfortable as a good thing, because this is the place you grow as a person. You don't learn when you're comfortable. When I'm sat at home watching YouTube, when I feel productive because I'm watching self-improvement videos, I'm not growing because I'm comfortable. Being uncomfortable is the true place of growth and progression. Perfectionism is something I've dealt with, especially on this channel. I take so long to upload or think of the perfect idea because I want it to be the best thing I can create. I want it to outperform and live up to what I've done before, but I found the solution of this is to not work to 100% of your effort. Work to 80% and do more, be more consistent. Even if I could have done something a little better, move on, because repetition and consistency beats perfectionism.
And it's the same for social anxiety. It doesn't matter if an event or interaction doesn't go perfectly. The more times you do it, the easier it will become. And it's like a skill. The more times you do it, the more times you practice it, the better it will become. But everything is subjective.
How can I tell you to improve your art when it's yours, especially when you do everything for a reason? Like, songs can be read in infinite ways because people view things differently. People relate the future to their past experiences, and that makes a lot of sense. I could meet someone and they won't like me just because I have the same haircut as their old school bully who used to beat them up and steal their shoes. Like, if I'm being myself, it's out of my control who likes me and who doesn't. And that's fair enough if they don't like me. Like, fuck them, but fair enough.
But it takes time for us to overcome it. The truth is that we need to be exposed to uncomfortable situations for us to grow. And we need to grow our self-confidence within ourselves. Only I can help myself. We can give each other knowledge, but we can't take away the anxiety. We have to do that ourselves through experience, you know. We should just care less. If only it was that easy. But I think as time goes on, I'll care less and less. We're all gonna die anyway.